The Boys, episode 4 continues to impress us. What's up, everybody? We are the Jersey Com Crew. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Chris, with every episode, The Boys continues to amaze me, impress me, and horrifies me, right? Like, there's so many things in this episode that we have to talk about that my jaw was hitting the floor. I want to talk a little bit about the team. The boys themselves are broken, right, Chris?
Yeah.
We see Frenchie, Kimiko, who have become quickly my favorite characters in this season. Seeing them tell each other, hey, after this is all said and done, I'm going to love you. We're going to run away. As soon as they said that, I turned to Heather, my wife, and I said, one of them is going to die this episode. She proceeded to punch me and says, if they die, it's on you. So I am very upset about this whole event of this episode.
Yeah, man. I love that they're actually focusing on Frenchie and Kimiko this season, right? We've seen them kind of progress. And I noticed you said he's going to love her. That isn't confirmed yet, Rob. I know you just want them to get a hurry up.
What are you talking about? They obviously love each other. That's their thing.
They love each other. Kimiko obviously has like one of the most checkered, horrible pasts, the poor thing. And Frenchie, was in the Russian mob. So, but yeah, no, I'm interested to see if they actually get out of this boy scenario, if they leave and,
hopefully,
try to get away. Frenchie has been very, not about this from the beginning, right? Like, he didn't want to go back to Nina and get her to get them to Russia. He doesn't want anything. He wants to kind of just take that cushy CIA deal and just be like, all right, let's just do this the right way. I don't have to do this. And, Kimiko can use her powers whenever she wants. And now it's kind of like, no, they're forcing you to do this. We saw that scene with Butcher and her where he's like, no, that's exactly what you are.
You're a loaded gun.
You are a loaded gun and you do exactly what I say. So we have this kind of, inner turmoil, the lovely conflict within the conflict.
I see your smiling start to happening. I see it's happening. Yeah. It's because, we want to talk about the Dildo Fight, guys. When Kimiko, the loaded gun, is sent to go kill this oligarch in Russia, with this harem of women there, and he has a wall of vibrators all after the 7. There's I was gonna say Captain America donger, but it's the Homelander dong, Black Noir, which was huge, right? Everybody had their own dildo, and she used them as weapons to kill him and everybody else.
My fear of dildos has grown even more.
I am so scared.
The one where she killed the dude and it was vibrating in his eye socket. That
Beautiful.
Was like, oh my God, that was insane.
The imagination, when I don't know if this was in the comic or if this was just for the show, the imagination behind the Boys IP. French kiss, chef's kiss.
Frenchie kiss?
A Frenchie chef's kiss to Kimiko, who made the soup of murder.
She killed
it.
She killed it. She did. Like right through the guy's head. That was crazy.
Unexpected. I did not expect it to go that far, and I just learned with the boys that's gonna happen.
I also loved like that the girl shot her, right? Because they were just so afraid of her, and that's part of that barrier where she can't talk, and that's part of that interesting barrier which makes her a very interesting character, right? So she's clearly not going to hurt them. We know that as the audience, but they don't know that. She just killed like 7 people with dicks. So like. She has no idea what's going on, and she has that like Wolverine heel moment where the bullet comes out of her head,
which was nice,
which was awesome. Nice touch. So I like seeing her kind of fighting against her nature and not wanting to just be this, and kind of that fight to have a normal life.
I'm so glad we saw these dildos. They come back again.
Oh my God, the Ashley scene
with Ashley with the newscaster. God. She's like, "Are you just stupid? Or your brain fuck with stupid?" She copies the Homelander thing. He's like, "What if I say I did?" And then she takes the Homelander cock.
The strap on,
slams it on the table. He's like, I've been fucking with stupid. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Ashley. She just fucking everybody.
Ashley's on a different freak level this season. In episode 1 where she's getting her hair pulled out with, she's like, you're a shitty director. And he's like, yes, I am. In the public bathroom. She is on a level of stress that is just whatever release she could find.
Hey, more power to her. She's got to do what she's got to do to survive, because like the whole. I also love
that's just in her desk at all times. Like it's just in her desk at all times in case she needs it. But
I'm guessing this isn't the first time she used the Homelander strap-on to fuck some man.
That's the other thing. It's clearly not the first time, and she's had it in the desk. So anyway, enough dick talk, bro.
All right, going back to the evil superheroes, when they get into the Russian compound, right, which we thought was a science lab, but it was actually a military facility. When they go to get that weapon that killed Soulja Boy, we get this, firing back and forth. We know Butcher took the V, almost like heroin shot it up, and he was like, "Yo, I don't know if you should do this." The transition from like,
and then he's like, "I want to do this."
Yeah. Oh yeah. But before you even get to that, the moment where we see Butcher run out of bullets and realizes he's like, all right, it's now I have to do it. I have to just walk out there, the slow motion walk, and you see the other boys, Mother's Milk and Frenchie, look at him in horror, and he's just lasering people, killing people. They're like, oh my God, fantastic. Like, it was horror in their eyes, but it was also like, okay, I guess you went to do that.
Yeah.
But what really did it for me, when Huey did his little naked teleport thing, and like his dick's out right in front of Mother's Milk's face, enough for him to smell the dick cheese. It was
wait, why are we talking about
in his face? For colorful language, Chris. I mean, this show goes far enough. But like the horror on their face that Huey did it, because Huey was the moral compass of the team. And they're like, okay, Huey, you brought yourself down to this level to take the V or the temporary V, whatever case it was. Mm-hmm. They didn't think that he should do it. They expected it from Butcher, but like the rest of the team, and this is why we say they're broken, they realized that them as a team and Butcher himself have poisoned Huey to become their level or worse.
Yeah, the heart of the team is Huey, right? Yes. He's kind of how they kind of started this whole thing, where he was this normal kid and he's just, kind of the bullied kid, and he just has these horrible things happen to him and he has nothing to do about it, right? Like there's nothing he could do. And to have that kind of motion where they all walk by him and just kind of like, and Kimiko silently just like, shakes her head no. Yeah. That was really like the heartfelt moment where it's like, how could you do this? And especially for her, right? She's someone who doesn't want these powers and wants to like, can't live a normal life because of him, and he's just willy-nilly. And we see that in the truck, right? She's like dying in the back, and he's just like playing with his like hand because it was broken, and now it's like perfectly fine.
He feels like a junkie. He's definitely going to be addicted. We talked about this before the show started. We thought Butcher was going to be the one who might get addicted to Compound V because of his addict stuff, remember? And now I think it's very clear. All of us should be concerned that Huey is going to be addicted to the V and just ride this train. And I don't know where this, spiral is going to take him. I don't know the damages he's going to cause with the rest of the boys who are broken or with Starlight. But you mentioned Kimiko dying.
Yeah.
When Soulja Boy came out and he did like the X-Men Havoc Blast, and I guess that's what the Russians did to him to make him stronger. Yeah. And now Kimiko wasn't healing, and all this is here, and he's just walking out butt-ass naked. I guess everybody's freaking naked in the show. I didn't think it'd be that tense of a scene seeing him come out.
Yeah, it was interesting to see, and we kind of all thought, well, she's gonna heal, right? Like she's gonna heal herself.
I thought so instantly.
Fine. And she's not. Whatever that kind of blast did, I guess it has some chemical enhancement or negate effect to other powers, which is why they want to use him on Homelander in the beginning. But the other thing is, like, he kind of just wanders off screen and we never see him again, obviously, because they're tending to Kimiko. But like, where is he going to end up? How are they going to get him back? And like, Mother's Milk reaction in that was crazy, right? Like, he's seeing the guy who killed his entire family, and they need him alive to take care of Homelander, and he does not look like he cares about any of that at all right now.
Mother's Milk's role in this episode was smaller, but seeing him react to Soulja Boy was great. It was good to see that. But really, Mother's Milk's part in this episode was his connection with Butcher, saying like he's the heart of the team. He brought his platoon back together. That's why he's originally recruited. And now when he's trying to save Kimiko, he's like, you made sure there's no Team Butcher. I can't save this team. We're done here. And you can see, again, the boys are breaking up, but like more serious than last time. I don't necessarily believe it because it just feels like they break up, they get back together. It's like a Ross and Rachel thing for Friends, guys. But it's upsetting to see all of my characters that I love go through all this emotional pain. And that's why we get invested in these shows.
Well, that's part of it too, right? Like it's now, if there's any question about Frenzy and Kimiko leaving, hope if she's somehow survives this, then obviously they're going to be out, right? And that is something that changes the dynamic hugely, right? Is that mean Huey and Butcher are going to be taking V nonstop? The temp V,
I guess,
is Mother's Milk going to just be like done with it and just try and kill Soulja Boy and just be like, I don't care about this, I care about just killing him. So you have this interesting dynamic, and Huey's clearly done being bullied, right? He's dealing with Homelander and doing this whole fake relationship with Starlight. He's dealing with just Senator Newman, all that betrayal stuff in his head. Like,
oh my goodness,
he has had it up to here, and he is clearly just doing whatever it takes. And I'm worried, really, with Huey going to confront Homelander with his like little teleport power, thinking he's going to be able to do anything.
I don't think we have to worry about that now. I think we're going to see him try to confront Senator Newman, right? And Senator Newman betraying Stan Edgar and doing all this switch because Homelander promised her the recipe to make V. so that way she could protect her daughter. It's a great angle, and I like that we got that here because I was so ready to write off Newman as villain, check. And this show just continues to show me that the black and white does not exist in this world. Everybody's in the shade of gray.
There's some black and white.
There's some black and white. All right, yeah. like Homelander, evil. Huey, good. We get that's about it, right? Yeah. Everybody else is in the middle somewhere,
basically.
But like to see Newman do all this kind of stuff brings me this question: would you do this, Chris? Like if you were Newman, would you sell out Edgar to get V to put in your kid to possibly protect them from other crazy superheroes? I would do it in a heartbeat because I was like, you might be okay, you might be fine.
So I'm leaning towards yes, and here's why. I agreed with Senator Newman's whole thing about Stan Edgar doing it for himself, right? You know, she has a child to protect. That's her number one goal.
Yeah.
And, you know, Stan is giving her the whole rigmarole, right? He's Mr. Corporate. He's Mr. Businessman. He can talk his way out of a paper bag. And he's like, no, I would never let anything happen to you and Zoe, and I'll protect you to the death and blah, blah, blah. But also he's protecting his bottom line in his position as well. So by her going out against Homelander, a lot more dangerous than just going against Stan. And we see Stan later being like, yeah, I'm not mad at her. I get it. Right. So like, obviously she doesn't want to be killed by Homelander, wants everything to go well. Homelander is clearly a step ahead of everyone at this point. And the one thing I do though, like am tentative of, we see that immediate effect of V on her kid. And it looks brutal, right? Her kid's like screaming, like you see the bones on her back, like crackling.
We don't know what's going to happen. That's the other thing, because you can't just pick and choose your powers. It's not like, here, now you're going to be like Wolverine. You might turn into like the Blob or some like gelatinous.
You're not ordering a sandwich at a Subway, just hitting buttons or something. It's like you have no idea what's going to happen. So like the effect of her thinking that, hey, this is a better protection situation because of this, I get, but man, that's a difficult road to go down, man.
The fact that Homelander's a step ahead of Edgar and Newman, Butcher, everybody else is even scarier than him going crazy during his birthday speech. Him finding out about Starlight building this coup against him. First of all, she should have never told Supersonic. Nope. Supersonic got a big fucking mouth. He went and told A-Train. He's like, A-Train, you want to come with us? I know you're getting bullied, and maybe we could do something here. By the way, I also kind of like what they're doing, A-Train. I think it's cool, and it might continue to progress. But the fact that he just sold out Supersonic.
I knew this was going to happen. I can't stand A-Train.
Really?
Yeah, like I knew from the beginning, like you can't trust him, right? Like, he was the whole issue in the first season. And he fought his way back, but for himself, right? He's not doing it for anybody else. And I knew the second Supersonic, I was like, this isn't going to end well. I didn't think he was going to die this episode, guys.
No, I didn't think he would die so soon. I did not have the
clairvoyance for that. But, especially since he was such a heel the whole time and doing, like, the love triangle situation. But, man, was that brutal.
The reveal of his death, beautifully done. He's like, I want to fly. Let's fly. And I'm like, don't do it. And then,
no.
I'm not going to fly with you.
I do not trust you.
I forgot that Starlight couldn't fly. I just assumed that she could fly because she got a little cape. And I'm like, if you have a cape, you can fly. But Batman can't fly. So
why does she have a cape?
Yeah, why do you have a cape, Starlight? Whatever. Your name should be Light Bright, not Starlight. Anyway, seeing his concave face and everything else.
Oh, man.
Homelander doing this very great evil monologue and saying, I need you to understand, I'm not playing a game here. Repeat after me. That's going to be Huey if you mess with me. I'm just like, this guy is cold as ice. I love Homelander as the villain. He's doing such a great job. This actor, chef's kiss. Fantastic. Did so well. I can't. I chills down my body.
It's great. Yeah, he's fantastic. Tony Starr is really good as Homelander. And he is one of the best villains in especially indie comic history. He's just so good. And I can't wait for him and Soulja Boy to interact. We still haven't even gotten that.
Oh my God, that's right. They're gonna have to fight at some point, right?
They're gonna have to interact. And we haven't got to episode 6. Which
what if Soulja Boy joins with him?
I mean,
what if Soulja Boy's like, hey, I'm with you. Forget all these people.
Good luck stopping them.
Oh my God,
it's impossible. I mean, you can't. They're already impossibly undervalued right now and undermanned or womaned. Whatever, they don't have the numbers. And even with Queen Maeve, who is like cleaning up, she's training hard as hell in her apartment.
She ain't gonna do nothing.
She's literally on this death war path because she is so kind of remorseful of everything she's done herself.
Yeah.
Starlight has that great line where she's like, "You really want to die that badly?" And she's like, "It's due." Kind of like I'm, you know what I mean?
I mean,
So,
even if A-Train had his powers and wasn't a jerk, enjoyed them, they still wouldn't have enough.
hey man, he said it. He's Michael Jordan, not Malcolm X. Right. So
true.
like, and that commercial was
Oh,
so
the Kylie
cringy.
Jenner,
Oh
the
my
freaking
God.
Pepsi commercial. Hatred. I love that they threw that in there. I thought that was really funny.
And he stops the
riots.
protesting
He's like,
riots
this is important.
with an energy drink.
Oh,
It was
pandering
so
at its
cringy.
finest. I was like, good job,
my God,
A-Train.
I was like vomiting, but like, it was like that's who he is, right? Like he tells his brother, "That's who I am." So he's gonna be obviously a problem. The other side with the Deep and his wife clearly controlling everything with that guy.
Yeah, he's a puppet.
He's clearly puppeting, so we'll see how far that goes down the rabbit hole. But yeah, man, Homelander has his hooks in everything, right? He's controlling the company now. Stan Edgar's out of the way for a while, if not forever. And he will be kind of having full control. No idea what Black Noir's side is right now. Seems like it's Homelander's.
But I also think that Stan Edgar expected all this to happen. I don't think he's out of the picture. I think this is all going according to this plan. I think he is, like I said, this show introduced two kind of people. Omni-Man kind of level of Homelander, and Stan Edgar's Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor isn't going to have one plan, and he's like, that's it, I'm done. He had to anticipate his daughter might betray him. I think the daughter angle and all that kind of stuff was such a small, insignificant fact. The fact that he was still cocky and talking to Homelander means he's got more up his sleeve. Whether that's Black Noir in his pocket, whether that's he knows stuff about the Russians and he could create the same thing. Maybe he's a soup himself and he doesn't show anybody, which would be a really great twist. I don't think Stan is done yet.
I would love that because I think Stan Edgar's a really good character, and Giancarlo Esposito as any form of a bad guy is always fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. I think with Newman clearly in the center of all of this now, where she's, Homelander says it, right? You chose the right side. You chose your kind. She's in the center of this massive war that will be coming between supes and regular human beings. And Stan is going to be part of that somehow, because if Newman's in it, he's going to have a role to play too. Sure. Whether this is a double fake kind of incepted, way pre-planned thing, don't know yet, but something will have to give at some point, especially with as high as Homelander is right now. Something's going to have to bring him back to Earth, and I don't necessarily think that's just going to be Soulja Boy.
Guys, we are halfway through this season. There's so much more time to do all this crazy stuff with the boys. Let us know your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. What do you think Homelander is going to do? Stan Edgar's plan? And is Huey going to be a junkie?
And guys, thank you so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, really helps the channel out a lot. If you are new, subscribe, turn on notifications. You don't want to miss any more of our coverage of The Boys Season 3. It's crazy, and it got renewed for Season 4, so we even have more work to do. And if you missed anything, make sure you check it out right here on the channel. And as always, I'm Chris Heller. That's Robin Rand. We are the Jersey Comic Crew, and we'll see you next time.